Greetings, OACP members, and welcome to our third installment of Legislative Quick Takes, everything you need to know in 2 minutes. This week, I'm going to take a little bit of a different path. I'm going to pause from the legislative conversation, and I'm going to turn to an issue that's becoming front and center on a number of levels. And that, of course, is the issue of vaccine mandates. Whether it's the academy trying to determine how to handle basic training classes and the outbreaks they're facing, or whether it's your agency and what you're contemplating as the prospect of forced vaccinations for your officers come into play. Either way, it's an issue that's front and center. And it's also an issue that is very controversial, and people on every side of the issue have very strong opinions about the mandates themselves and whether they are legal, constitutional, or not. My purpose today is just to highlight for you a few things that we've received here that I want to share. A discussion and exchange about the legal analysis around whether the state can actually require vaccines. It's a debate. Currently, the Oregon Fraternal Order of Police and Dan Thinnell, who's one of their lawyers, is pursuing a legal challenge to the constitutionality of mandated vaccines. So I've got a letter in his pitch regarding raising funds for that effort. And I have a response from Will Atchison. If you're familiar with, I'm sure you're familiar with Will. He's a very accomplished legal advocate for officers. He's been on the labor side of the aisle for a long time and has represented police officers throughout the state really well. He responds to Dan Thinnell's call for a legal challenge with his own pretty detailed constitutional analysis. The reason I bring it to your attention is I think it's important as a law enforcement leader for you to have access to that level of analysis and the debate that's going on within law enforcement. Here's what I know. Everybody would like law enforcement to come to their side of this debate. And many of you, if not all of you, have very strong feelings about this vaccine mandate. It's just important because law enforcement's always called in to take a side. We have to be extremely careful. We need to be thoughtful, make sure we have all the facts at our disposal. And as I get additional information, I will send it your way because everybody like them or us to be on their side when really the side we are always on, as best as we can determine it, is the side of justice. And our communities will like to divide us and put us in a camp and put us in one place. But the reality is we serve all communities and we're responsible for justice across the board. So I know many of you are being asked to step out, make statements. You may very well need to do that for your community, but I want to make sure you have all the information at your disposal. So if and when you do have to make a statement, you have all the information you need to make one that is legally solid. Now, I want to point out what I'm going to send you is not legal advice. It is literally a resource for you to look at. Please seek out the opinion and the legal counsel of your own legal resources there with your municipality, your port, your tribal police department, and your university police departments or municipal police departments. So with that, I'm at the end of my 2 minutes. This is a brief one, but it's a very important one. I encourage us to continue to have a conversation. We want to make sure that we are standing on the side of the constitutional requirements here. But I just wanted you to be aware that I know people are calling you into a conversation, and I want to make sure that you don't go there without having access to the information you need to do a complete analysis on your own. So with that, please reach out to me if you have any questions. If you need additional resources, I'll try to keep you updated. Thank you again for all you do. You are navigating very difficult times well, and I just appreciate your leadership. Thanks for your support of OACP. We'll see you next time. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.